Today's episode is for that founder who is tired of figuring it all out alone, tired of second guessing decisions, tired of building in isolation, just tired. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Limitless and Thriving podcast. This season has been all about execution, and execution. If you are new here, my name is Ruky, also known as Ruky. I'm your host. I'm an entrepreneur, a business coach, and an ecosystem builder. I help professionals and founders make smarter career, business, and wealth building moves and decisions through strategy, structure, and execution. Today's episode is for that founder who is tired of figuring it all out alone, tired of second guessing decisions, tired of building in isolation, just tired. Let me tell you something clearly. You do not need more motivation. You do not need more of whatever it is you've been putting in right now in terms of your energy. What you need right now is proximity. What do I mean by proximity? We are going to be talking about why no serious founder should build alone in this episode. So now, let's talk about the truths about building alone. When I first started building, I had a vision, I had drive, I had ideas, and I had faith. But what I did not have was proximity. I did not have easy access to founders ahead of me, to strategic mentors, to honest feedback, to rooms where bigger thinking was normal. And what happens when you build alone? You move slower, you overthink, you waste money testing things someone else already tested. You learn everything the hard way. Isolation is seriously expensive, not just financially, emotionally, mentally, and also strategically. No one talks about how lonely entrepreneurship can feel when you are the only decision maker, the visionary, and the executor all at once. When RKY Careers first started, I was everything. I was the decision maker, I was the CEO, I was the content creator, I was the digital marketing specialist, I was the brand strategist, I was everything. However, that did not lead to growth. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the 4 levels of business growth. So let me break this down in a way that is very practical and that you can understand. There are 4 levels of growth I've observed in business. The first one is the isolation level. You are watching YouTube videos, going to free master classes, you're saving Instagram posts, you're watching your favorite influencers, you are reading threads, blogs, and articles. You're actually consuming content. You feel very busy, but you're not accelerating. You know everything by the book. In fact, when you're discussing, you discuss intelligently about business. You know the right things to do. You know that cash flow should be prioritized over revenue. You know all these facts, but information without implementation rarely transforms, and that's the truth. The second stage of this is the information overload. You're buying courses, you're downloading templates, you're attending free masterclasses. You actually know more, but your business has still not moved much because information is not the same as application. And the third level of business growth is mentorship. Now you get access to someone who is ahead of you, who you can ask questions, who you can get clarity from, who you can understand your industry hazards, can shorten your mistakes. And this is very powerful. But it's still missing one thing, which is the right environment. When you are building, the final level of growth you can get that can help you scale is when you are combining community, coaching, and accountability, all 3 in one. This is where transformation happens. This is where your ideas are actually refined in real time. This is where you get the feedback even before you launch. This is where you collaborate instead of compete. And this is where you see proof that bigger is actually possible. Proximity compresses time. Doing it right saves you time. When you are in the rooms where growth is normal, you stretch. But when you are surrounded by execution, you execute. And when you are around ambition, you elevate. And this is where my shift happened. There was a point in my journey as well where I realized something. The reason some founders scale faster is not because of intelligence, it's because of access. They are in constant access with people who are validating their ideas and they are moving on to implementation. It is proximity, it is rooms, it is conversations. It is being able to say, I'm thinking of doing this, and someone responds, oh, here's what you should look out for. I've done this before. This and this and this and this are what you should prioritize. That single conversation can save you 6 months. And that is when I stopped romanticizing solo building and started building ecosystems, building a team. And why is community infrastructure? Community is not just a soft concept, it's actually infrastructure. It gives you strategic direction, emotional support, shared opportunities, exposure, accountability. When you know you have to report progress, you move differently. When you know that you have to report something that has been given to you as a task, you report differently. When you are exposed to monthly experts' insights, you think differently. And when you are seeing others launch, then you stop procrastinating as well. No founder building something serious should operate without strategic support. And this is where the RKY Business Hub comes in, not just as another content platform, but a community, an all-in-one digital business growth community. And inside the hub, you get strategic sessions that you can revisit anytime, where you get guided as to every important concept you need to start and launch your business, from compliance to marketing to customer acquisition to legal to branding to everything. And then we get monthly guest experts trainings, one-to-one strategic support, peer accountability, a room of founders who are building intentionally. And this is for the founders who is serious, not dabbling, not curious, serious about growth, about structure, and about scaling. Because building alone is optional, but building in proximity to success is powerful. So if you've been trying to figure it all out alone, let this be your sign to stop isolating, stop delaying growth because you think you can Google or ChatGPT your way to scale. Information is everywhere, I'm not going to lie, but transformation happens in the right rooms where you talk to the right persons. Success leaves clues, but proximity accelerates them. If you are ready to build with strategy, structure, and community around you, then the RKY Business Hub is officially open and we are welcoming people into our community. If you would love me to build alongside you as an entrepreneur, a 7-figure entrepreneur, who has built 5 successful businesses, not only in the UK but globally, then this is your call. This is your right moment. Until next time, remember this. You are not limited by your starting point. You are limited by the rooms you stay in. Choose better rooms. Stay limitless. Until the next episode, my name remains Coach Ruky. If you are yet to subscribe to this podcast, make sure you do so. Subscribe across the YouTube, Spotify, and other channels. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Cheers.